Comic-Con has finally ended with receiving a plethora of news regarding comic book movies, and I hope everyone has gotten home safe from the convention, and I hope everyone got to see The Killing Joke, the new Batman adaptation of the iconic storyline of the same name. Hey guys, it's Megasonic here with a review of the best Joker story ever written. I hope everyone enjoys the review. So, is it iconic as a source material, or is it weak as an adaptation? Remember to like and subscribe and enjoy the video.
Going to end about who will end up killing who.
The film follows the source material very close, right down to the iconic scenes and the iconic storyline brought to life. The story follows the constant battle between Batman and Joker to the point where Batman fears that one day they will have to kill one another in order for the fighting to stop. While watching this movie, we're given a great insight of Joker's psyche and possible but not fully clear origin of Joker's storyline. If you read DC Rebirth, then you know what I'm talking about. While one-third of this film is mainly focused on the relationship between Batman and Batgirl, which is probably the most controversial part of the film, I feel this part of the film made motivation feel lackluster at times, and I'm not going to say what happens, but when you see it, you'll get what I'm saying. Despite the fact, taking just some very little liberties with the story, it's still a solid Batman film all in all. The characters feel very interesting, and it really takes in the thrill and the terror of the original story. So I have to say that this is probably the best storyline I've ever seen.
Where is he? Why aren't you laughing?
All it takes is one bad.
Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy come back as fan favorites to reprise their roles as Batman and the Joker. For those who are wondering why these two men are so popular when it comes to Batman, all I gotta say is the Batman animated series from the 90s. Watch that, then come back to the review. Anyway, let's continue. Mark Hamill plays the role of a Joker as iconic as possible, right down to the murderous monologues to the nightmarish laugh. In this film, Hamill has to play two different characters though, the Joker and the Joker's past self, which proves that Kevin Conroy, who has to match him every scene, is a great voice actor. Conroy plays Batman very similar to the animated days of the 90s cartoon, so it made me feel very nostalgic. The rest of the cast, like Tara Strong, who plays the genius bookworm sidekick Batman, Barbara Gordon, Tara plays her as a smart, strong, capable warrior, but very high strong. And I liked her in this film as a young foil to, Batman. This animation was the best animation I've ever seen. The team did a great job of compensating every little ounce from the comic book, as well as twisting it to make it look more modern. I enjoyed this very much well, and it really brought the comic book story to life. And just finding that balance really proves how talented the team very is.
Don't underestimate him.
The film does everything right when it comes to getting stuff from the comic book and executing them very well. The voice acting team and animators did an exceptional job, and let's not talk how great the voice actors Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy did an exceptional job portraying these two characters. However, the Batgirl sequence of the film feels a little bit more like padding, and I wasn't really feel like it needed for the overall plot. Batgirl is an interesting character, but I don't think we need this sort of building of relationships to reason why Batman wants to take the Joker down. It could just be a simple telling of the book. So I would have to give Batman the Killing Joke a 4.5 out of 5.